I got a special spot in my heart for Spanish mackerel and king mackerel fishing. Growing up, people knew us, the DePaolas, we were going to probably win some Spanish mackerel tournaments. And we weren't that bad at king mackerel fishing either. But this is the time of year, September, October, November, I mean, all the way up into Thanksgiving. The shallow rigs off of Fort Morgan are really good. There's lots of bait. The fish are fat. They're getting ready to go back south for the winter. I love them fried. And at Gulf State Park Pier, I mean, we just have an amazing Spanish mackerel, king mackerel fishery, whether it's Spanish mackerel enclosed or fishing the rigs in that 100 to 250 foot range for king mackerel. It's just a great time of year to fish. It's a great way to get your kids into it. So we're going to break down what you need. Carson Hall here at J&M Tackle, the Gulf Coast foremost outfitter, Angelo DePaola, the coastal connection with EXP Realty. Carson, I'm just curious. You have to pick out your one go-to bait for Spanish mackerel. Lure, live bait. Give me what you're going to on each of those.
It's hard to beat a gotcha plug for Spanish, and we recently just got this 3-pack in, and this is the 3 best gotcha plugs made for Spanish: the green head or yellow head chrome body, and then on the overcast days, the gold one with the red head.
Dude, it's the best Spanish mackerel lure ever made. Like,
it really is.
If you had to, you should just have 50 of these things in your tackle box, whether it's Spanish mackerel, kings, little tunas, those things catch everything. And we got other stuff up here because, you know, why not? Maybe you need it. This, trolling a spoon along the beach here behind a planer or up on top. It's a killer way, especially if you're coming out of Perdido Pass and you're going to be trolling out front here in the fall. It's a great way to cover water. You're going to catch a lot of Spanish. But if you ask me, I'm going to go catch Spanish this time of year. I'm going out with the rigs, especially off Fort Morgan, not the triple rig, all those ones in close. I'm going to bring me some gotcha plugs. I'm going to tie them to some 60 or 80 fluoro, loop to here, loop to my line, and a really nice Shimano, like probably 4,000 class reel, light rod. You're going to catch Spanish from that 2 to 6 pound range, and you're going to get king mackerel up to 25 pounds. It is a great fun time. A little bit of chum does not hurt that situation. And I'll tell you, if you're not hitting that, it's really easy to catch bait as we get a little bit later in the year. If I can throw a cast net, catch a bunch of LYs. My favorite way to do it, you know, if I can't, that's my favorite way. But if I had to say, hey, you got to go catch some fish, I'm going to get some, what is this, 38 pound single strand. And what you want, we're not going to build the rig because it's easy, but you want a piece of leader about this big. Small little treble hook. You can put a small swivel on it, or you can tie directly to the leader if you want to do like a nail knot or something.
Yeah,
right, Albright right to the leader. I love an Albright right to the leader, and that's going to keep everything. The reason you want a small short piece of leader, the less when they get finicky, the less stuff you have they can see, the more you're going to catch. And you just free line like a little LY, some live shrimp if you're not going to go out and catch your own bait. Finger mullet work great. And this works well off the fishing pier. This works well off of a boat around oil rigs. Obviously, I think this off the Gulf State Park Pier.
The bubble rig is a great setup, and whether you fish it with the tubing or a straw or a little fly, it works great because when they're feeding up in the water column, filling this bubble full of water gives you the weight to cast something really far, but it doesn't sink. Yeah. You know, a gotcha plug's great because you can bomb it a mile, but when they're feeding in the top 3 feet, it's kind of difficult, you know, to keep it up there. Keep it up there, and that's where the bubble really comes in because it keeps it up in the water column. It makes extra splash on the surface, and then you can throw whatever light, small thing behind it because Spanish like little things.
If you don't want to build your rigs, J&M makes a good king mackerel rig here. Look, king mackerel is a different game. You're going to catch a lot of fish here in the fall, October, November, off the oil rigs, here in close. But really, if you want to target big kings, you want to be in that little deeper water. And if you want to go fish off the mouth of the river, look, you want something on a downrigger, you want some up the top, and it's a hardtail. It's not a complicated fishery. 2 to 3 rods, bump troll them around an oil rig. It's a good time. It's how I really learned to fish. You will learn a lot about live baiting in general by going and targeting these species, and it will transcend into all your other fishing. It's a great way to get your kids involved in it. And if you need any help, the guys here at J&M Tackle, always knowledgeable. They're here to help you. They got everything you need. And if, look, you need some real estate, I'm just saying, that's kind of what I do. Hit me up. I got a great team. Angelo DePaola, the Coastal Connection. Carson Hall here at J&M Tackle. It's mackerel time. Get it on. Catch you next week.